Hello to you all, my dear friends, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss a very interesting short story titled A Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Now, this short story is interesting because this short story is about a murder. And the most interesting part about this short story is that the narrator of the story himself is the murderer. So the narrator begins the story by trying to convince us that he is not mad, he is not crazy, but he's a bit nervous. And the reason for his nervousness is because he has decided to kill an old man. He's not motivated by the desire of money or anything else, but he is just troubled by this old man's pale blue eye, which, in the words of narrator, has been described as an evil eye. So, this old man's evil eye is the actual reason mentioned by the narrator in the story because of which he wanted to kill him. So, we see the struggle of the narrator in committing this murder. For 7 nights, he used to visit the apartment of this old man in order to just get to know in what is the routine of this old man during the nights. And on the seventh night, the narrator finally decided to commit the murder because he believes that this is the right time. We see that the narrator was successful in committing the murder. He dismembered the parts of this old man's body and he hides this old man body parts beneath the floor tilings, beneath the floor planks. And we see then at 4 o'clock in midnight, the door of the house knocks and the police arrives at the scene. The police complains that they have received a complaint from the neighbor that they have heard the old man's shriek and because of which they were there. So the narrator was very confident before the police and the narrator allowed the police to search the entire house. He convinced the police that the old man is not at home, he has gone out of town somewhere else, and he's the only one inside the home at this hour. And the police, searched the entire house, but they were not successful to find anything. The narrator has managed to, hide the body parts of this old man in such perfection that the police was not able to find it. And the narrator was so confident, we can say overconfident, that the narrator took the police to the bedroom of this old man. Beneath the floor tilings of the bedroom of this old man were the body parts hidden. So the narrator took the police to the bedroom of this old man and began chatting with the police. The police were also comfortable in chatting with the narrator. Now, at this point, we see that a sort of the narrator is a sort of, a kind of mental pressure started building upon the narrator at this point. Now he begins to hear the thumping of this old man's heart. And the narrator believes that the old man's heart is still alive and it is thumping from beneath the floor. And he begins to realize that the police must have also heard this thumping sound. And the police has got to know in their heart that the old man's body is hidden beneath the floor tilings. And they are just feeling pity for this narrator's agony. Now we see that at last the narrator shrieks and tells the police that yes, he has committed the murder and you can pull out the floor tilings in order to find the old man's body parts. So the story is very interesting. Although some people may say that this story is very harsh and violent scenes are included in the story, I would say that a little bit of violent scene are included in the story, and so I, request readers concerned whether you should read this story or not. It is all up to you. A little bit of violent scenes are included in the story, and that is the part where the narrator has killed the old man. So you have to see a little bit whether you want to read this story or not. But I believe that the author of this story is trying to give a message to all of us that if we are killing somebody, then we would not be able to live in peace. We will never be able to live in peace if we are committing any inhidious act. So I would recommend this story, but again, readers' concern should be there, your discretion should be there. And if you want to read this story, you can read this story following the link in the description. Please comment your opinion about this story as well. I would love to hear from you all. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.